watching this thing. Welcome to Wrestling Untold.
Yeah.
This is episode 69.
Episode 69.
Almost
at 70.
Almost at 100.
Almost at 100, very true.
Mm-hmm. And everyone, make sure you guys go like, follow, share, tell your friends. We're trying to get the
Subscribe, comment.
3,000 views. We're trying to get.
We're making our way up there. Yep.
I'm Carter, a.k.a. Skills All Day.
I am Keaton, a.k.a. a little bit older. Just a little bit older. So tell us about today's episode.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about the women's division, women's wrestlers, women's titles, how women are treated. Triple H is going to have something to do in this video.
Okay, all right. So let's get going right immediately. So let's talk about let's get started with Liv Morgan. She's your SmackDown Women's Champion. She's well overdue for a championship.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts there?
Her title reign started rocky in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because no one was able to beat Ronda twice.
Yeah.
And she, out of all the people they could have put against, and also at the SummerSlam, that was controversial.
Yeah,
I think
because she tapped out before Ronda. She tapped out before Ronda. I guess the pin happened or whatever the case. Something weird. The ending was controversial.
She was standing up and she got tapped out from Ronda, but the ref saw that her legs were down.
Yeah.
But her shoulders, the ref.
So Ronda's shoulders were against the mat while she had the armbar on Liv, and Liv was tapping as the ref was counting 1, 2, 3.
But Liv was tapping between her knees, so you couldn't see probably.
So controversial finish.
But the reason for that was so they wouldn't ruin Ronda, I think.
I don't know.
And they would push Liv, because they always do that when they put like those stars together.
But the thing is, it's almost like they want us to forget about that controversial ending, because they've never mentioned it since. It hasn't been a part of their storyline. Did they fight? They don't fight at.
No.
When do they fight? Wednesday night. Okay, whatever. So that's Liv Morgan. Let's talk about the real women's WWE champion. She is a champion of Raw, but this is the one and only Bianca Belair. What are your thoughts there? After you finish your kombucha, I'll talk. So. Anyone knows I'm a huge fan of Bianca Belair. That's I'm a huge fan, rightfully so. But I do think her title run needs some excitement to it. I think it's lacking a little excitement. It was exciting with her, winning it from Becky Lynch, and everything. But I feel like they need a better heel going up against. Who's she fighting right now? Who's her adversary?
Bayley.
But not right now. Right now, she's gonna be, she's in a 3-on-3 match essentially.
It's to build the rivalry with Bayley.
I hope it works, because
I disagree. Bianca's reign has been the best. She's defeated Becky, Asuka, Carmella. She is.
I get that, but wrestling is a what have you done for me lately? So there's no reason why she shouldn't have defended her belt at the pay-per-view 1-on-1 against Bayley. I'm not sure why they put that off, but. In any case, in any case, we won't dwell on that too much. But they got to do something to spice up that. And there's a lot of titles, so inadvertently, a lot of titles get missed. A lot of matches don't happen because there's so many titles. But again, Bianca's, aside from Roman, is one of my favorite champions. So, you want to just go on to Bayley?
Sure.
Bayley. I think I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Shouts out to Bayley.
Bayley. Bayley.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I overpronounce words. But go ahead. Let's talk about Bayley in her crew.
Bayley supposedly is gonna fight Bianca at Extreme Rules, which is in October, and then it's Survivor Series.
It's in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at tickets because I was like, that's a right. That's like right up the way.
Yeah, but
tickets are expensive.
Extreme Rules, that's not good pay-per-view.
No.
No.
Pay-per-views are good. Pay-per-views
it just has an Extreme Rules match.
I would
in the
love
main
to
event.
be at an Extreme Rules pay-per-view.
No.
I'd be throwing chairs in the ring if I was close enough.
We gotta save up for us.
Use my chair.
No, we gotta save up for WrestleMania 39.
Yeah.
She's good. I like the way they're doing this 3v3 because Bayley has got Dakota, Io Sky, and Bianca, Alexa, Asuka. I also like the way that Bianca and Asuka and Alexa, they need to get a group name for both of these teams because it's too much saying all these names.
Yeah.
I like how they came out after Io Sky lost.
Yeah. They shouldn't have lost, by the way.
Why not?
Because they're heels, and you want your heels to be your champion because
But
that just
people,
even though people probably prefer for them to be champions, you want the heat on your champions as much as possible if you can. People get bored with babyface champions. They love the heel champions. The way that
yes, Roman.
we're filming. We're on TV. Don't know what's up in the day. So
I think that was the best way to give the win because it's shocking and also no one's feeling bad for Io Sky and Dakota. No one.
No. You're right.
That's good to build.
So do you prefer Raquel and Aaliyah to be your women's tag team champions? You think they'll bring some spark to that?
I think for now. I think they could do a 2 month reign.
Yeah.
I don't think they could do a long distance reign because they're new to the main roster, but
so
we'll see.
You know what I want. You tell the people why I thought the champion should have been Io Sky. I want to call her Shirai. Tell the people what my whole thing why it should have went to a heel.
You want Io Sky and Dakota to win so people would hate them more because no one wants to see them with a title pretty much. That's why you wanted them?
No, I've told you a million times. Sasha and Naomi will be back. The whole thing is Sasha and Naomi come back. What should have happened, first off, those tag titles should have been won at the pay-per-view, not at, was it one at Raw? Mm-hmm. Should have been won at the pay-per-view, not Raw. Mm-hmm. What should have happened was they should have, while Becky's in the middle. I mean, not Becky. Bailey's in the middle.
Like, I'm lost.
She's raising each arm of each one of her people, Io and Dakota, and they both are holding the belts. And then out of nowhere, here comes Naomi and Sasha Banks on the stage holding belts, also claiming that they are the true champions. I'm going to keep suggesting this true champion match until WWE does it for us because we haven't had it since Razor Ramon and R.I.P. Razor Ramon.
We had it when John Cena and CM Punk.
Oh, they had that too?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
For the spinny belt? The one that.
And the funny part about it is AEW gave it to us. Yes. Why not? You had your CM Punk,
they gave it to us terrible.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to talk about that.
Well, the rumors are is that CM Punk has been difficult behind the scenes. I don't know if that's true. And that he's wearing on AEW.
I've heard that
and
too.
The squash match was like a punishment for CM Punk.
I saw that
Why
too.
punish your fans because you want to punish a wrestler? CM Punk should rightfully be champion there. Shouts out to John Moxley, but I just don't. I think CM Punk should be it.
When are they getting Bryan Danielson a title shot?
I'm sorry.
Like Bryan Danielson, come on.
Wipe away all of that because we're talking about the women today.
Yes,
Shouts out to the women. Shouts out to the women. The women wrestlers. They're doing their thing. Let's get back on thing. So we already talked about Naomi and
Queen Zelina.
Okay, go ahead.
So how would she return? Is basically because. You think she return? Yeah, she definitely should return as the queen. Yeah. I guess. Mm-hmm. Although I don't think they're doing Queen of the Ring no more. I think, how Vince did stuff one time and that was it.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be another. It might later down the line.
I don't even think there'll be another King of the Ring at this point.
No, it'll be. Mm-hmm.
They should have a pay-per-view. But the only thing about the pay-per-view is it wears the superstars out probably doing 4 matches in one night.
Did in the 90s, it wasn't an issue.
I know. Bret Hart actually won the first.
King of the Ring.
He won the first one on pay-per-view.
There's a lot of King of the Ring winners, yeah. Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm. I should have memorized that.
But, so here's my thing with Queen Zelina. She's a great heel. Mm-hmm. I don't know if she's title ready yet, but she plays an important part. She's great on the mic. I think she's a great person to come back and feud with Liv once Liv is finished feuding with Ronda Rousey. I think she's your number one contender coming back to feud with Liv, and then let that kind of play out. Give it 4 months, and let that play out and see what happens.
I think that they should move her to
NXT. Queen Zelina? Mm-hmm. I think she's fine on the main roster, but I mean either or. And I kind of like now NXT could be like if you have a wrestler on the main roster too long and they get stale, you can move back to NXT for a little bit.
Everyone to NXT. Shayna Basil was on NXT. She was on NXT talking to Mandy. She was destroying Mandy on the mic.
Wow.
Like, first good promo.
Gotcha. So
right.
did we talk about Carmella?
No.
She's injured. She's out.
Yeah.
She's a good heel also
I
when
don't,
she comes back. But
I do not like when Corey Graves is talking during Carmella's match.
yeah, because he's like worshiping
it's
her.
like his favorite star.
Yeah, it's his wife.
Biggest fan. Like, come
It's
on.
his wife.
But I'm happy to leave her on.
if
I'm happy to leave her on Raw.
If he won't do it, who will?
I'm happy to leave her on Raw because if she comes to SmackDown and feuds with Liv again after all those 1v1s we had to go through, all those day and night.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. I'm starting to like Ronda. I think the baddest woman on the planet is a good character. Mm-hmm. She's wearing all black, and she's getting another action figure with the all black and the baddest on the shirt. And like I don't know what you call it, but she had like a top that was like right there, this thick.
I don't know.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Let's
They
show
didn't color it yet, but it is gonna be so cool. I already have one, but.
So, in my opinion, I thought Ronda was tired of wrestling. She just wanted out. I'm shocked she's still here.
You thought she was tired?
I'm shocked she's still here. I don't know what they're doing with Ronda, and quite frankly, it doesn't matter. She's going to always be a top star. But I do think at some point you need a heel Ronda to feud with Bianca Belair. Like she has to switch shows.
That's what I'm thinking. I was just thinking.
Because like Ronda's like, essentially like you just. So when you have a baby face, like you both your women champions are baby faces. They're both good girls. Like I would say good guys, whatever. Correct. They're both good persons. They're both goods.
Good persons.
They're not bad guys. They're good guys.
But they had this Bailey situation.
You need a ton of heels to just throw at them pay-per-view by pay-per-view.
We forgot to put someone else on this
Who's
list.
that?
Becky. Is she
Becky
on the
Lynch?
list? Yeah, she on the list?
She's up next.
Okay.
So again, Ronda Rousey could be one of those persons that you throw at Bianca Belair.
Becky Lynch.
It could be a thing where the belt goes back and forwards maybe once or twice. You can do that if you want. It's like, it's fine.
They should make a Stone Cold Steve Austin and Brock rivalry between Ronda and Bianca.
Yeah. But I do think at some point you have to start thinking about special matches because if you keep churning out these regular plain matches, like what they did with Roman, they did like the whole the match with KO. That was a breath of fresh air to have that type of Roman fight that type of match. So you want to start putting some special matches in there. You can do it for the women too because they're strong. They can fight too. They can do a no holds bar or whatever they call Extreme Rules today, or maybe a ladder match and stuff like that. I think that would suffice.
I think a Extreme Rules match between the heel Rhea Ripley and the Bianca Belair would be so cool, especially when the lights go out and stuff because. We
didn't talk. I don't think we have Rhea Ripley on here. But,
we're talking about her now.
But yeah, Rhea Ripley. I mean,
she's good, but Judgment Day.
She's in a faction.
Judgment Day is just getting old.
Yeah, I was told that they are using them way too much.
They don't know what to do with Finn Balor at this point. Like I don't know why he's still here. He's still hanging.
Yeah, well, he's still getting paid, and they don't want to let him go. So
just send him back to NXT. He's
enough,
actually on NXT.
Not enough wrestling hours in a day.
He appeared on NXT.
So let's get into big time Bex. Becky Lynch.
Okay. Didn't we just talk?
Well, we mentioned her, but I said she was next.
She's injured. She's a face now, so I
didn't realize she was injured.
Good stuff. Yeah,
I knew she was a face at the end.
Her shoulder popped
Oof.
during Bianca's match with her at SummerSlam.
Feel it. All right.
I did not notice until
So she's out for a little bit.
Yeah, she's out.
Which is good. She probably, gives her time to be home with her.
She should come.
Her new baby and just kind of like spend some. It makes sense. And then she could be back. I would think like maybe we see her Royal Rumble. or even Survivor Series.
Imagine growing up and your mom tells your parents tell you that you travel on the airplane like hundreds of times
because they were
wrestlers.
Yeah.
Or
living a dream.
Well, they
living a dream.
They drive show to show. They don't airplane only.
Yeah. Or it's like your parents telling you're going to be a wrestler because we were wrestlers.
Okay, next on the list.
Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans. They have nothing to do with her.
Yeah. Hasn't
appeared on SmackDown 2 months. Feel bad for her.
Those vignettes that she was doing of her talking about all the abuse and everything she faced. I was like, that was cringy.
They should have.
It was a kid show. What are you doing?
They should have made her face, but they made her heel after all that. After all that waste of time.
Imagine being her parents that raised her the right way, and having to hear this on TV, and it's again, it's
But I don't think that was true. I think that was
yeah.
What do you think it was? Fake.
It was Vince. It was Vince's imagination.
Yeah.
Next up is Charlotte.
Charlotte Flair. She's coming back. I hope she comes back and faces, what's her name? Liv Morgan.
You think so? Oh, she'd be another good heel to throw at Liv.
Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
I wish Toni Storm was still here so she could win the title
still
from
AEW?
Charlotte. If she won the title from Charlotte and then Ronda took the title from her,
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. All right, well, let's move on. Asuka. Is she fighting for the title?
No. She's in the tag division with Alexa.
Oh,
Sasha Castle with Bianca.
Gotcha. Oh, that's right. She's in that 3-on-3.
I don't get how she was facing for the Raw's Championship in a triple threat in the whole rivalry with Becky and Bianca, and now she's on Bianca's side.
Yeah.
And Becky's on Bianca's side. It's like.
Well, the thing about wrestling is you have your ups and your downs, and I think she's in her downs period, but she'll be back up again, and I think it'll be fine.
Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa. Next.
Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. I hope she comes back on Raw with Johnny. That would be so cool. She's home right now, probably.
Yeah. She just had a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yep. Shayna Basil. We talked about her a little bit already. She's, I think she's a good heel. I just wish she was still the Queen of Hearts and not this gimmick that she has.
Did I mention that she was on NXT talking trash to Mandy?
Yeah.
She was talking to her in the locker room.
So you think she's gonna feud with Mandy Rose next?
Yeah. She was saying how when she was champion, she was way better.
I like the Mandy Rose now. Well, like Mandy Rose is the last person we have on our list. Let's get into Mandy Rose. She was essentially being courted by Otis at one particular time on the main roster, and she was just like this, she's blonde, and they kind of treated her as like just a look, and I wouldn't have been excited about watching a Mandy Rose, a match, whatever, what have you, but she goes to NXT, she does the black hair, she's in like the all black, and it's just like that. She's reborn, and she's been dominant. If I was Mandy Rose, I would not want to come back to the main roster because she does so well where she is.
She can't have the NXT title forever.
Well, she can't, but she can be down there and be relevant. They're going to bring her back to the main roster at some point because they're going to need her as a heel.
For Liv,
but they have to bring her back as who she is as a heel. They can't bring her back and try to turn her babyface. I think one of the things that bothers me most is how Raquel Rodriguez or Gonzalez, whatever her name is, how she's a baby face, and she really should be a heel. She's a must. She's tall. There was a place for, I don't know, there's probably not enough baby face women. I think a lot of the women are heels, so you want more baby face women, but at the end of the day, you should have made someone else a baby face, not Raquel. Raquel should be just blowing through that women's division, just with her size and might, choke slamming everybody. Like power bomb, choke slam. Give her all the old Psycho Sid moves and let's go. But
should she wear all black?
She can wear whatever. It doesn't matter what she wears.
She can wear what she has now.
Yeah, because what she has doesn't really make her look like she's a baby face. What makes her look like a baby face because she's like just all the time in the ring.
Yeah, she's a heel.
I'm just like,
she's a face.
She should come out to the ring walking slow. Her movement should be a little slower until she gets in that ring and boom, like a car crash. That's how Raquel should be. She should be with Aaliyah, that's for sure. Aaliyah's.
I think that tag team as well.
They should have made Natalya Aaliyah, even though I know they were feuding. They should have made it Natalya and Aaliyah, both faces, and made Raquel. Like Raquel shouldn't have been in that tag tournament. But again, she's got a title, so congratulations to her.
Yeah, she won.
Even though,
she won the whole thing.
So I do have one woman's trivia for you. Who is the only? You'll get this in a second. Who's the only woman to hold the Intercontinental Championship?
I can't. It's China.
There you go. I knew we would get it in a second. That was the only thing I could think of. I didn't have time to prepare, but I knew that one. I'll give you another one. Who was the woman that threw away the WWF Women's Championship live on TNT?
Medusa or Alundra Blaze.
Alundra Blaze.
Whatever name you want to give her.
Alundra Blaze. Medusa was her name at once?
I think it was like her WCW name or something.
I don't know where WCW. I didn't think she did much in WCW after she title away, but just that. It was like a little waste can. She just tossed it. Like, that's yours to keep. You got to put that on your mantle. So, are we all done here?
Yep, we're all done.
Okay, all right. So, tell the people we need to
Make
do.
sure you guys go smash that like button and subscribe. Bye-bye. We got some outro music?
Oh, we do. I'm sorry. I'm not on our outro music. Hold up, guys. Hold up, guys. You're still there. Don't go nowhere. Hmm.